Welcome back from that short break. Now, one of the most interesting bills I came across this week is one that appears to have overwhelming support across the board without a single dissenting voice. Well, it was not in the National Assembly, but on Twitter. Yes, this tweet is from Gidi Mr., and he appears to be proposing a piece of legislation, a bill for an act to deepen, standardize, and regulate Nkwobi bowls, 2017. Now, for those who don't know, Nkwobi is a Nigerian delicacy made of cooked cow foot mixed in spicy palm oil paste. You just have to read the comments and reactions that follow this tweet. Well, that is on a lighter note. Now back to the National Assembly, where our next report looks at some other legislative activities and resolutions of the lawmakers. The House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence, which is investigating the over $43 million recovered by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission from an apartment in Osborne Towers, Lagos State, has summoned the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, to appear before it unfailingly next week. The committee is also summoning the suspended Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Dr. Ayoke, the acting chairman of the EFCC, Mr. Ibrahim Magu, and the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mungunu, retired, to testify before its committee. This follows a resolution of a committee after the invited officials failed to appear before the committee for the third time.
We are to summon the CBN governor, the suspended DG, the NSA, and the FCC. We are summoning the following on Tuesday, 23rd, 2017, by 2 p.m. prompt.
Meanwhile, the House is urging the Niger Delta Development Commission to urgently rehabilitate a road between Rivers and Abia states. This follows the consideration of a motion sponsored by Representative Amadi Eke. The House has also mandated the House Committee on Niger Delta Development Commission to ensure that this resolution is implemented.
Know that the Umajala-Obokwe Road, which links Omuma local government area of Rivers State with Ogwe, Okwa local government area of Abia State, is very bad state, as it has not been rehabilitated for a very long time. Concerned that the non-rehabilitation of the road has rendered it impassable, and it is causing untold hardship on the commuters applying the road, causing accidents and resultant loss of life, and hindering the conveyance of agro-allied products from the communities adjoining the road. Convinced that there is an urgent need to rehabilitate the road to avert further loss of lives, economic losses, and hardship on the people applying the road.
The House is also urging that a unit of the Nigerian Army be deployed to restore peace and maintain law and order in Bagana, a community in Omala local government area of Kogi State. Representative Hassan Omale, moving the motion, informed the House that the genesis of the conflict there can be traced to the clashes between Fulani herdsmen and farmers from Agatu in Benue State.
Aware that the genesis of the present crisis in Bagana was the clashes between Fulani herdsmen and Agatu people of Benue State, sometimes in 2013, in the heat of which Agatu people took refuge in Bagana, Abeyukula, and other communities in Kogi State. But the herdsmen traced them there one night, attacking and killing hundreds of people. Also aware that those who survived the attack relocated to Abeyukolo for safety, which brought the age-long Bagana market to an abrupt end. and schools were shut and the community became like a ghost town for nearly 2 years. Observe that efforts by the government to bring peace to those areas by deploying security personnel led to relative peace until the Hausa chief of the community, Alayi Musa, was kidnapped by those suspected to be Agatu militants some weeks ago, and his whereabouts has remained unknown. Concerned that the situation has taken another dimension as kidnapping of traditional rulers and their followers from the area have become the order of the day. And children go missing every day, as a result of which people have started deserting Bagana community as the level of insecurity is in increase.
The House of Representatives is also urging the Federal Ministries of Interior and Health and the Comptroller General of Prisons to intervene and address the deplorable state of health care service in Nigerian prisons. This follows a motion sponsored by Representative Cmtte Okafo, in which he told the House that avoidable deaths are being recorded among inmates in prisons. The House is also mandating its committees on Interior and Health Services to conduct an investigation into the matter and report back to the House within 3 weeks.
The House also notes the deplorable state of the nation's prisons, which have impacted negatively on health care service delivery in the prisons, as manifested in non-availability of drugs and inadequacy of medical personnel, resulting in avoidable deaths of inmates. Aware that owing to the comatose nature of prisons clinics, inmates now depend on donations and outreach programs from churches, mosques, and voluntary organizations to access health care and procure drugs, and at times have to buy the drugs by themselves. Also concerned about the frequent outbreak of epidemics in the prisons and the high death rate recorded among inmates, which is evident in the over 32 inmates that died, deaths recorded in 2016 at a Lagos prison owing to unavailability of quality medical care. Cognizant that the deplorable health situation in the prisons is a major public health hazard which, without intervention, could result in more deaths and would amount to unsolicited death sentence to prison inmates.
And during the week, a delegation of the House of Representatives paid a visit to the 82 Chibok girls recently freed from insurgents. The lawmakers spent some time with the girls, giving words of encouragement and donating 82 boxes filled with gifts. The House delegation prayed with the girls and encouraged them not to allow their past determine their future. The lawmakers also promised to support them in every way to ensure they achieve their ambitions in life.
And grow up to become women. And you will join us to move Nigeria forward, to make Nigeria greater, to make Nigeria the greatest country in the world. You are welcome.
Violent intrusion on your right to privacy, your right to education. For some heartless people to come in the dead of the night to come and take you away from school. Today, we are here, seeing you live and direct, and testifying that the best is yet to come for you.
Now, let me tell you that the 2017 budget, as passed by the National Assembly, has been received in the office of the acting president, and the next step will be having it signed into law. That is how the week panned out in the National Assembly this week. Next week, we hope to bring to you more of what the lawmakers are doing for the country here on The Gavel. It's here that I will be taking my leave. Thanks for staying with me. I'm Lanre Lasese. Bye for now.